Okay, here is my unit circle explanation, and so this is basically all you need to know to memorize the whole unit circle. So you need to know this 45-45 triangle, special triangles. You need to know that when there's a right angle here, the side's 1, 1, and the square root of 2. And then this is the 30, 60, 90 triangle, and you need to know bottom 1, square root of 3, 2. So like if this bottom side was 5, then this would be 5 square root of 3, and this would be 5 times 2. Like that's how you know that. And then you need to know the SOHCAHTOA thing, which you know. So unit circle, here is our 4 quadrants, and basically here there's 3 segments, which is these 2 triangles right here. So we'll start with this middle one right here. This one's a little bit easier. So this is going to be 45 degrees from the x-axis here. So if you even want, you could draw down that, and then you have your triangle right here. So the way these values work here is it's x and y, just like regular, but the x is going to be cosine and the y is going to be sine. So x is cosine values, y is sine values. So here, when we solve for cosine of 45 degrees, go from either angle, we'll go from here, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent over hypotenuse, 1 over square root of 2, and sine opposite over hypotenuse, 1 over square root of 2. Now, if you want to rationalize, you can do that, which I usually do because we like rationalized answers. So that's the values for any time it's in the middle, 45 degrees. Okay, now this first one is going to be 30 degrees. So this first one is 30 degrees, and so because it's like small angle, so it goes 30, 45, 60. So 30 degrees, we're going to start with cosine of 30 degrees, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, cosine square root of 3 over 2. And same thing for sine. Sine opposite over hypotenuse, here 30 degrees, 1/2. Perfect. And you can even like make your triangles here if it helps you. So now this top one is going to be the 60 degree one. And so now first is x. So cosine of 60 degrees, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, 1/2. Now sine opposite over hypotenuse, square root of 3 over 2. So that's the first quadrant. Okay, and now these quadrants are just these values, literally you flip it over. So we have the same thing. We have our 30 degree quadrant, and we have our 45, and we have our 60. Now we always start our degrees from the bottom. We do not start from this axis. So here, technically it'd be like 180 minus 30. So if this is 90, this is 90 degrees, that means this would be 90 plus 30, which is 110. You can mark it if you want. And this is going to be the same values as here. So 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. However, since we are in quadrant 2, this x value, this cosine value, is going to be negative. So, same values here, square root of 2 over 2, but negative here, and then same ones here as over there, square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2, but this one's negative. Now, same thing for this quadrant, and for this last one here. I'm just going to fill that out really quick. Except these ones are all going to be negative because we are in quadrant 3. Oops. 1/2 square root 3 over 2. And then same thing here. And then 3 over 2, and then this one, just the y's are going to be negative because we are in quadrant 4. So now, once we get to the radians in the unit circle, so this first 30 degrees is going to be pi over 6. And the way I remember that is that a 3 always goes with the 6, and 6 always goes with the 3. So this one's 30 degrees, and this one is 60 degrees, this big angle here. So that means this is going to be with a 3, so it's going to be pi over 3. And this one, the 45 degrees, 45 degrees here, is always going to be with a 4. So it's going to be pi over 4. Okay, so this is the first quadrant. And now that we have this one done, let's move on to this quadrant for the radians. And this one is going to be the one less quadrant. So since this one would originally be pi over 6, just like over here, we are going to do 1 less of the denominator. So 1 less of 6 is 5, so this is going to be 5 pi over 6. This one is the 45, it's going to be pi over 4. 1 less is 3. And this one is the pi over 3, and 1 less is 2. So those are the radian values for here. This one quadrant is going to be our one more quadrant. So right here from our x-axis, this is the 30 degrees. So the 3 goes with the 6, pi over 6. But this one's our one more. So 1 more than 6 is 7. And then here, this from our x-axis, this is 45 degrees. So we know it goes with our pi over 4 value. But this is 1 more, so 5 pi over 4. Here, from the x-axis, this is 60 degrees, so we know 6 goes with the 3. So it's going to be pi over 3, but 1 more, it's 4 pi over 3. Now, this quadrant is our double minus 1 quadrant. So if we start here from the x-axis, this is going to be 30 degrees. So we know 3 goes with 6, so pi over 6, but it's double minus 1. So 6 times 2 is 12, minus 1 is 11 pi over 6. Now this, 45 degrees, we know 45 goes with the 4. So 4, double minus 1, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1 is 7 pi over 4. Same thing here. This is the 60 degrees. So 60 degrees goes with the 3. 6 goes with 3. So double, 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1 is 5 pi over 3. And if you want to check